Hi everyone, today we're going to be doing comparing ratios. We're going to compare two ratios and see which one's better value, for example. Okay, so the example I've given in your questions is teachers to campers on a campsite. So I'm going to do the same for this one here. So teachers to campers. So that's our ratio. So we're told that the ratio of teachers to campers in both of these two camps are expressed in this form A to B. So that would be teachers to campers, because it says teachers to campers. So 3 to 5, 3 teachers for every 5 camper. Okay, and if each camper has the same number of teachers, work out which camp has more campers for each of these two examples here. So you had some examples, but we got some similar ones here. So my first step here would be to make sure your ratios are in their simplest form, which in this case they are. So now we want to make sure that so we have the same number of teachers, we find the lowest common multiple of 3 and 4, and then make sure that the left-hand side is that lowest common multiple. So 3 to 4. So let's do our 3 times table. We got 3, 6, 9, 12. Well, I'm going to stop there because I know that's in the 4 times table. So 4, 8, 12. Yes, so that's our lowest common multiple of both of them. So those are all those are our first 4 multiples of 3, 3 multiples of 4. So let's multiply. So let's find equivalent ratios to these two that also multiplied that have the 12 on the left hand side. Sorry, let's find equivalent ratios to these two ratios that have 12 on the left hand side. So we can multiply 3 on both sides by 4. So that's 12 to 5 times 4 is 20. 12 to 20, and then we can multiply 4 by 3 each side. So 4, that'll be 12 to 7 times 3, 21. So let's think about this. So for every 12 teachers, there are 20 students in Camp 1. But in Camp 2, for every 12 teachers, there are 21 students. So if we have the same number of teachers in both camps, which we do at this point, 12 and 12, which camp has more members? Or has more pupils, sorry. That would be, because 21 pupils were versus 20, Camp 2. Great. Okay. So, next one, Camp 1, Camp 2, is we have 7 to 10 and 6 to 9. So let's find our multiples of 7 and 6. So, actually first, remember our first step, we need to make sure we simplify our ratios. So that's in its simplest form, but 6 to 9 isn't. The highest common factor of 6 and 9 would be 3. So we can divide both sides by 3 to simplify this ratio. So 6 divided by 3 is 2, and 9 divided by 3 is 3. So we have 2 to 3 and 7 to 10. So we need to find the lowest common multiple of 7 and 2. So 7, 14. Well, I know every even number is a multiple of 2. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So I'm just confirming the fact that that is the lowest common multiple of 7 and 2. So what we need to do is we need to make sure the left-hand side of both of our ratios, we find equivalent ratios that have the left-hand side, which is our lowest common multiple of 14. So we multiply 7 by 2. So 7 and 2, so that's 14. And we multiply 10 by 2 as well, so 14, 20. So we've got 2 over 3 here. Write that again. And we multiply 2 over 3, both sides, by 7. So multiply by 7s, we get 14. and 21. So it's a similar job to last time. So we're comparing 20 and 21. So for every 14 teachers, there are 20 campers. And for every 14 teachers here, there are 21 campers. So again, Camp 2 has more. Okay, hopefully, this is a bit tougher, but hopefully you can get a gist of that now. So we've got our second half now, our ratio. So find the ratio A to B to C if we know these two ratios. So what we need to do is we need to make sure our B, because we've got A to B here, our B's are equivalent. So B here equals 6 and B here equals 2. So we need to find a way of getting 2 to equal 6. What can we multiply 2 by to equal 6? We can multiply it by 3, so we can find an equivalent ratio. So we multiply both sides by 3. So 2 times 3 is 6, and 3 times 3 is 9. And then we know that the ratio of A to B is 5 to 6, and B to C is 6 to 9. So we just write that out simply now because the B's are equal to each other. So we can write that A to B to C equals 5 to 6 to 9. Okay, so when you get your head around it, it's actually quite easy, this one. Next one, so we've got 3 to 7, that's A to B, and B to C is 2 to 5. So 3 to 7, we need to get our B's to equal each other. So we need to find the highest common factor of 7 and 2, no, lowest common multiple of 7 and 2. We did that last question, and that was 14. So we know our B needs to equal 14. So how can we get this B here to equal 14? We can multiply it by 2. So 3 to 7. So 3 multiplied by 2 is 6. 7 multiplied by 2 is 14. How can we get B over here to equal 14? Well, we can multiply it by 7. So 2 multiplied by 7 is 14, and 5 multiplied by 7 is 35. So now we can write this out because we know our B's are now equal as 14. So A to B to C equals 6 to 14 to 35. Good luck. I'm sure you'll ace it. If you have any questions, just ask your teacher. This one's a bit harder, so I understand you might have a bit more trouble with this one, but good luck.